What's up, guys? What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Adrian with WickadDesigns, the Slides Hustle. It's Adrian Wick, WickadDesigns, the Slides Hustle. Okay, and as you can see, we are live. All right, I'm gonna try to do this a little bit more often on YouTube when I can. Right, so I'm gonna try. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna try. I'm going to become more consistent with going live on YouTube. That's what we're going to do. All right. So with that, all right, we're going to do some sublimation today. All right. So on the menu, sublimation, and we're serving up sweatshirts. So I have this nice 100% polyester A4 sweatshirt that we're going to press up today. And the design that's going on the sweatshirt is this right here. Okay, is this right here. So just a very brief story time. Y'all come on in, boys and girls. Y'all come on in. It is story time, right? So I guess last week, it's been about a week now. Starbucks gave out their traditional holiday red cups. So I'm a coffee drinker. I go to Starbucks occasionally. I had to get my traditional seasonal holiday red cup. So with that, you know what happens if you are a creator that planted a seed in your boy's head to come up with a design, t-shirt design. So that's what I did. So in the midst of, I guess, well, you know what? I say in the midst of, like, it's a trend. You know, they got the whole 6-7 trend, right? So I decided to create a holiday design, which kind of incorporates the 6-7 trend plus the red holiday cups. All right. So I want y'all gonna let me know how I did. All right. But here it is, right here. Here it is. All right. So we have a black Santa with the 6-7 hand gestures with the floating red cups. All right. So this is what I came up with once I actually got my red cup from Starbucks. All right. So I thought it was a cool kind of combination of the red cups and the 6-7 trend that's going on right now. So that's where we at. That's where we're at. So with all of that, all right. So again, this is an 100% polyester A4 sweatshirt that we're actually going to put that design onto this, all right? But before we do that, if you do sublimation, you know you need to remove all of the lint from your substrate. If you don't, you will have these little blue speckles on your garment, which is something that you do not want. All right, you don't want that. Excuse me. Whoops. So we're going to lint roll our garment here and try our best to remove all of the lint, because we don't want any blue speckles on the garment. All right. Now, once you do that, we're going to pre-press the substrate. Here we go. We're going to pre-press the substrate. And the reason that you want to pre-press it is to remove any moisture. Whoa. Ain't that something? When you go live, anything can happen. Ain't that something? When you go live, anything can happen, y'all. Y'all got to be ready for it. Y'all got to be ready for it. All right, so here we go. Whoops. Too much pressure. Still a little too much pressure. So, and you only have to pre-press it for maybe about 5 seconds or so. Okay, so it doesn't really have to be a whole lot, but it's really up to you. You get to decide. All right, for those of who have joined us, how you doing? How you doing? And for those of you who have had a moment to join us, welcome, welcome. Okay, again, my name is Adrian WickadDesigns, the Slides Hustle. And as you can see, we are back live again today. All right. Let me just get a little space here. All right, so we pressed it. So I'll just kind of go back over. We've already lint rolled it. All right, to remove any of the lint because we don't want any blue specks on the garment, okay? That's what you want to avoid. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, got that straight. Okay. All right. So again, here is the design. My black Santa with the 6-7, the 6-7 trend hand gestures. Okay, with the floating red cups. As I mentioned before, Starbucks released their holiday red cups about a week ago. So this design plus the 6-7 trend kind of spawned this design that you see. Okay, all right. So here we go. Let's get this laid out here. All right. So I'm using this tool right here. I didn't really show it, but it's basically like a ruler just to make sure that we have this straight and even on this sweatshirt. So, you know, we're just gonna double check it. Again, it appears that it is straight. And I'm gonna push Santa up a little bit more. Now, from the bottom of the collar, you want to be about it says about 3 to 4 inches. It says about 3 to 4 inches down from the bottom of the collar is where you want your design to begin, right? So typically, in most cases, you know, obviously depending on how big your hand is or not, you know, big it is, it's about 3 to 4 fingers. All right, which my design falls into that window. And let's see here, looks like this is about 5.5, and that looks to be about 5.5, or maybe just a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Now, typically in this instance, and what I've kind of found with these A4 shirts and sweatshirts, is that if you use some tape, the heat tape, which is just this right here, okay, if you use using the heat tape, I use my adhesive spray to hold the transfer down in place so it doesn't move. And you want to do that, you know, use something to hold it down. So once you remove it from the heat, it doesn't have what we call like a ghosting effect on your shirt. And all a ghosting effect is really like a double image that you'll see on the substrate, which is not what you want. Okay. All right. So we seem to have everything aligned here as far as where I want it. All right. And just by trial and error, you don't necessarily want to spray, to me, because you don't necessarily want to spray the transfer itself. You actually want to spray the substrate, okay? So let's see here. And we're not talking about a whole lot, all right? Just a little, pss, pss. You'll see. See that? And we're done. So that's going to hold in place there. And also just a little trick of the trade. When you do these transfers, they do have the edges, if you can, okay? I would just kind of recommend kind of tear the edges like this. Okay, just tear the edges so it doesn't leave that, so you don't have that hard line when you do this, okay? You just don't want that hard line. All right. So hope everybody's doing well. Hope this live finds everybody in good spirits and in good health. On this beautiful day. It's a nice day outside here in the A. I don't know where you are. But it's a nice day here in the A. All right, so I have that all torn out. So hopefully I won't have those hard lines. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and press this. So I'm just gonna slide this back here so where my collar is off of the platen, so we can have a nice, easy, even pressure. And I see a little hair here, so I'm just gonna kind of go over this one more time because I don't want that to turn into, like I mentioned before, a little blue mark. That's not what we want. All right. So here we go. All right. So we have that there. And you don't have to do this. Some people do it, some people don't, depending on, I guess, what kind of paper they have or don't have. But I like to get a piece of parchment paper and lay that out. Okay. Lay that out here onto the design. So there we go. And this is just what I do. You know, you come across some other people, they'll do it a certain type of a way. And but at the end of the day, what really happens is you do it and you try to find out what works best for you. Okay? All right, so here we go. So my heat press is set at 385 degrees with a press time of 50 seconds. All right, the countdown has begun. And again, hope, you know, everybody's doing well. Hope this live finds everybody in good spirits and in good health. I haven't had a chance to get out and do any walking today, so at this point in my day, how my day has started, I'll end up, you know, getting out and doing something a little bit later. Just trying to keep the body active, okay? We ain't getting no younger, so you know how that goes. All right, so we're coming up on 10 seconds. Coming up on 10 seconds. And I haven't decided, I think I'm going to put this on my Etsy page, but I haven't decided yet. So let's see what we have. Ooh. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Can y'all see that? Let me see. Get a little closer there. Boom, there we go. Okay. Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but I think this came out pretty good. Okay. So yeah. So we got Black Santa with the 6-7 hand gestures with some floating holiday red cups on this A4 100% polyester sweatshirt. So yeah. I think that came out pretty good. Y'all, if I do say so myself, let me see, we're just gonna get a little bit closer so y'all can see that. So that's Black Santa. All right. So on my trips to Starbucks, this will probably be what I will be wearing. Okay. So yeah. So yeah. All right. Okay. So let's see here. And I'm just gonna, I did some other stuff here. So I'm just gonna show y'all what we came up with or what I did the other day. So this is again Black Santa, all right, which is not available on Etsy yet, okay? But I did create this design here, which speaks more to the 6-7 trend that I mentioned earlier. So 6-7, as you can see right there, candy cane with the the Grinch kind of color hand, the number or yeah 6 and then 7. All right, so that's a cool design. So this is on my Etsy page. Now I will say the actual design itself is on the Etsy page, so it's a digital product, okay, that you can get, and I'll be okay. So all right, so I tried this on. I'm gonna let y'all check it out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. So that's my Black Santa holiday 6-7 design. All right. So with that, guys, that's gonna be it for your boy today. Forget it. Like I said, I figured well, let me back up. I'm going to start going live a little bit more often. All right. I do my videos on YouTube, do my videos on Instagram, okay? I even do my videos on TikTok, but I'm gonna add this piece of it, this live piece of it, to see how that kind of affects the whole thing, all right? So we'll see how it goes, all right? So I am going to become more consistent with doing my live videos. And with that, it's your boy Adrian, Wicked Designs and Slides Hustle. I'll see y'all back on the other side. Peace.